Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday, January 17th. You've tuned into the Nifty podcast. Today, we are going to discuss the crypto Undeads mint aftermath. We're going to discuss the latest announcement from Yuga Gaming. And lastly, we're going to discuss whether Blast from Blur, the upcoming layer 2, can bring the next level of liquidity to Ethereum NFT. So a lot of different stuff to talk about. We got Kicks on the show today. He's looking like your traditional crypto trader if you're watching on YouTube or on any of the video streams. Quickly, we got two BoDoggos of the day. So we have Kenny, who just bought his first Solana NFT yesterday, which was a Diamond Grill BoDoggo. So follow him at JPEG Kenny. That's JPG Kenny on X. He's also got the fly hat BoDoggo right there and the platinum chain. Very, very dope dog right there, Kenny. JPG Kenny. I see him sporting a pudgy penguin as his profile picture. Hopefully at some point we can get him to switch to a BoDoggo to fully join the pack, but love seeing Kenny buy a BoDoggo and tweet about it. Second, we got Shay, who was also a pudgy penguin. He had a fly gold crown pudgy penguin, but he felt compelled to switch to one of my favorite BoDoggos. That BoDoggo is sick. I remember when we were making the collection and we saw that one, we were like, oh shit, that one's incredibly dope, which is a shirtless tatted fur BoDoggo with headphones around his neck. This guy was a rapper in another life. Really, really cool stuff. That's Shay. So follow Shay at Tankers01 on X platform. That's Shay spelled S-H-A-Y. Really cool stuff to see these folks, getting BoDoggos, tweeting about it, and just really repping the brand, repping the project. Really, really cool stuff. First like kind of intro topic is we talked about the airline stocks last week. And so yesterday, Spirit Airlines stock dumped 50% after a federal judge blocked the merger between JetBlue and Spirit. So now Spirit, get this, has the same market cap as BONK, 870 million bucks. That's actually wild. Kicks. First of all, what would make you buy an airline stock? I don't know if I could think of something I'm less interested in buying. It's basically like a government entity. What would make you buy one of these stocks?
Insider information.
Okay. What do you make of
guaranteed? They're like, yeah, you know what? That Spirit Airlines JetBlue merger is actually going through now. And then I just buy a bunch of call options. Other than that, I would never touch an airline stock. They all suck. Other than maybe when they go down really low, because you just know that the U.S. government's going to backstop them, like the banks. They're never going to let all the airlines go out of business. I mean, maybe a decent buy the dip, but I mean, just look at this 1 year chart. Like that's just the most boring. That's like it's a bunny slope, with like a cliff that you can fall off at the side. Like that's not interesting. It's like the most boring stock of the past year. Like I'm pretty sure like, Alcoa Aluminum Company has like more interesting volatility than Spirit Airlines.
BONK has the same market cap. Is it a no-brainer that you'd buy BONK before Spirit here? Or are you going to buy the
like nice hedge, short Spirit, long BONK. I think that's a correlated hedge right there.
No, but in all seriousness, like, is it a no-brainer for you to buy BONK over Spirit?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to buy one or the other, yes, I would buy BONK, but I also probably wouldn't buy BONK. I'm not like the biggest meme coin trader of all time. Also, unless I had insider information, which I've never received, but looking forward to maybe one day someone just DMing me and saying like, hey, buy BONK. They're getting listed on Coinbase tomorrow. But of course,
they're already listed on Coinbase.
So
yeah, it would have been nice to know that. You know what I mean? Ahead of time.
Easy. What do you make of BONK versus Spirit here?
I mean, BONK is just generational wealth while Spirit's not. It's pretty clear. Like BONK is the future of travel.
In all seriousness, though, you got Mike Duda saying that he thinks that BONK is going to go up and that he's accumulating it. Whereas, like, I don't know. I don't want to buy an airline stock. This might be a buy the dip opportunity, and you might see a 20% gain in like a best case scenario situation with Spirit. But like, do you think BONK's top all-time high is already in?
No, I don't. To be honest, I think it's just a leverage bet on Solana is kind of like the underlying thing that we've been saying here. It's I think Solana keeps going higher, BONK will end up tailing it. It's kind of just like when the crypto market moves, Dogecoin eventually catches up. That's kind of just how I look
Shake,
at it.
yeah, it's chart though. That needs some consolidation there.
Yeah, it's in price discovery.
Yeah. I would fly BONK Airlines over Spirit Airlines if BONK got in the airline business, though. I think it's a better brand name.
I agree. I also think that due to Spirit Airlines now selling standing room tickets, I'm probably going to pass on them.
With BONK, easy. Is it the premier meme coin of Solana at this point?
Yeah, I would say BONK. But, like, dude, I kind of hate calling BONK a meme coin, as crazy as it sounds. Because, like, they have a team. Like, that's what's crazy is people work for it. And, like, there's actual team members that are pushing this thing forward and doing a bunch of cool stuff around it. Like, they had BONK boxing at Breakpoint as, like, a sponsored event. And it was pretty fucking fun. Like, watching Jakey and Shrimp fight in an arena to win some BONK was absolutely electric. And they've just continued to do a bunch of really cool stuff. BonkMiss to get people to use D-apps and other partnered projects and applications to get some BONK. Dude, people were made, like, I want to say $1,200 from taking, like, 10 minutes. Like, that's the crazy part is they've shipped a ton of stuff. Like, at this point, it doesn't really feel like a meme coin is like Undock's team. We know who's behind BONK. They have public people who are just like, yeah, this is what we do. And BONK bot's the #1 used trading bot on Sol. So, like, it's like I like the comment. They've shipped more than most NFT projects. Like,
They have tech.
Yeah, like, it's a legit company. Like, it's a legit company at this point, which makes me even more, like, I'm like, dude, I don't have enough BONK exposure. The more I'm sitting here talking, I'm like, I don't own enough BONK.
I sold my Pepe for BONK at PN. There was a video of Joe McCann, who was basically saying like their dev team, BONK's dev team is like the most legit I've seen. Obviously, he's been shilling BONK for a while, but we had him on the Bitcoin show. He was pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, Joe McCann, of course,
go into their boiler room. Like, did he see their debt? Like, he like walked in the office and he's like, you know, just sees this like all these. I don't even. I'll save things I'll regret. But yeah. Yeah, he just saw them and he's like, oh, this dev team. Holy shit. Look at these guys, man. I love it. I'm going to buy BONK now.
Nick, please. Nick.
Do you get to just call yourself a meme coin and you're good to go, like legally? Is that like the situation?
It seems like it's something like that. As we do this, I pulled up. So Joe McCann, former 2-time guest of the Bitcoin show, would love to get him on again. I invited him onto this show, but he's a West Coast guy. I think it's a little too early for him. I pulled up his LinkedIn. I'd never pulled up his LinkedIn before. He literally on LinkedIn is Joe, and then in parentheses, the Michael Saylor of BONK, McCann. And I'm not making that up. I did not know that was the case. He, of course, the founder of Asymmetric, a very, very high-performing crypto fund at this point. All in on Mad Lads for a long time. Asymmetric and Joe McCann have been all in on Mad Lads for a long time. Wonder if they look at BoDoggos right now. Very, very interesting stuff from Asymmetric and from Joe McCann. We'll have to, see what they do this bull cycle and whether BONK keeps on going. Anyway, look, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into the thick of it with this show. Real quick, I want to make sure everybody knows that the show is brought to you in partnership with Shrapnel. So Shrapnel is the upcoming extraction-based shooter that is, going to hit a blockchain near you. If you didn't know, they've announced their STX 1.0, which are the shrapnel testing exercises. So anyone that has an extraction pack can participate in these early access test sessions. They can win exclusive gear. And depending on how well they do, they can even win cash prizes. So we're also going to be, get this, giving away a shrapnel operator, which is worth more than $500 US right now on Twitter. So all you have to do is like the tweet, follow Shrapnel, and comment an image of your favorite NFT to enter. And we're going to pick the winner in 24 hours. So Clemente has that tweet pulled up on the YouTube stream. It's pinned to the Twitter stream. All you have to do is like the tweet, follow Shrapnel, and comment a picture of your favorite NFT to enter, and you'll have a chance to win a Shrapnel operator, which is a layer 1 Ethereum NFT. I got a bag of those that's worth over $500. But let's get into the weather report. We got Kicks looking ready for the weather report. Kicks, please, when you get a chance, take it away.
You got it, man. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Wednesday, January the 17th. Market volume coming in at 21.5. We got Blur leading the way, 16.6. We got OpenSea 3.9 and Solana 14.8, looking healthy. NFT market leaders, top movers, heavy metal up 42%. Grapes and My Pet Hooligan up 11%. while the leaders on Solana and Ordinals, they're just holding steady, and that's okay. Over the past 24 hours, Crypto Undeads was the talk of the Twitter timeline as the 10K collection sold out for 3 SOL and debuted at 20 SOL floor, recording over $7 million in volume and now holds a 14 SOL floor. The collection faced FUD as over 600 people who minted, including Easy, did not receive their NFT until today, after the team spent over 3,000 SOL to buy back NFTs to send to the minters. What the fuck? The other suspicious activity was one wallet bought 3 NFTs over 2 to 4x the floor price, despite the collection still being unrevealed, leading some people to speculate the metadata may have been leaked. Never change, NFT world, man. Never change. Over on gaming, Yuga Labs announced Dookie Dash Unclogged will be coming on desktop and mobile in Q1 2024 and will be available to everyone, with token benefits for Bored Apes, Mutants, Codas, Dogs, and Heavy Metal. Garga shared that their goal with Dookie Dash Unclogged is to put Bored Apes and Yuga into 1 million people's pockets, and thanked the new Yuga Labs Gaming Council, of which Easy is also a member of. Hey, man, they're just taking a page out of Hollywood's book. Why write a new movie? You can just make a sequel, man. Those slap. The Layer 2 Blast has announced that their testnet is now live and will be hosting a big bang competition for the next 30 days, where DApps can compete to be promoted to the Blast users upon launch and receive part of the Blast airdrop, of which 50% has been allocated to devs. That's a lot, which they can use to incentivize growth for their DApps. Last but not least, Solana Mobile has announced that Saga 2 will be coming out, and users can pre-order the phone for $450, which is expected to cover the full price of the phone, with the shipping not expected until 2025. And these will not come with the Saga Genesis token. The team shared that the volume of orders has exceeded expectations for the first day and has a referral leaderboard coming shortly. I'd fade this. We all know how secondary collections do, not good. Back to you in the studio.
Fantastic weather report as usual. Kick some updates from the Daily Digest. This is posted to X platform every morning, pinned up top. It's emailed to anyone that subscribes at thenifty.com. First story, Nakamigo's crypto trading cards are expected to launch today. Interesting. So these are more are these NFTs?
No one's really sure.
Nobody's
really sure.
I'm assuming they're NFTs.
I feel like that's a safe assumption, but like maybe they're not.
My guess is that they're NFTs. Second story, Taproot Wizards announced Quest 4 instructions featuring quantum cats and education of the OpCat Bitcoin Improvement Protocol, also known as a BIP. Very, very interesting stuff coming out of Taproot Wizards. We'll love to see what direction that goes in. Coinbase will list SPL token Honey on exchange today at 12 p.m. Eastern time. This token saw a 25% pump on the announcement. You want to get into these tokens before that news. Really, really interesting to see another SPL token listed. Dog Whiff Hat. Whiff, you've heard of this one before, sees a 20% gain and marked a new all-time high at 38 cents with a market cap of $375 million. Dog Whiff Hat making a new all-time. Oh, Nick, you still have Dog Whiff Hat, huh?
I don't have that much. I got like a couple $100.
You had an exit opportunity right there, all-time high, man.
Well, I made money on Dog Whiff Hat to begin with. So yeah, I'm doing all right. The thing I keep wondering about with some of these is like, how big of a market cap are you swinging for? Like, including like
the real question.
Like,
including Doge, right? Like, how high gonna go?
Nick, you really don't want too many people thinking that, because then you're going to lose all your exit liquidity. You don't want people really grounding themselves in fundamentals. You want to be grounding yourself in fundamentals, but not publicly on an NFT show.
I understand. I don't own a big bag of either of them, so I don't have a liquidity issue at this point. There's not really a situation where my biggest issue is I was like, I was holding on a couple. I have a trade. I use BoNK bot for trading these meme coins, and I'm like, what am I gonna possibly hold this on till? So I like sold both of the meme coins that I had in there yesterday. I'm back up. So overall, that whole portfolio, I ended up making 50% over the course of like 2 weeks, something like that.
That's good gains.
I mean, yeah, in the stock market. I'm looking at stocks right now, just some opportunities that exist out there. But yeah, I don't have a big enough bag with if I'm looking for like real gains, I'm looking for new meme coins.
New meme coins. There you go. Before they're exchange listed. Last story, Quantum Cat, the one of one, has a leading bid of $90,000 up from the $50,000 bid at Sotheby's with 5 days left until the auction closes. That's a whole lot of time. And a lot of times you see these things really heat up in the final.
Was it 150? Just making sure everyone remembers that. 150K.
100K.
100K. PO, for context, Nick and I made $100 bet that this thing would be over $100, or that the leading bid would be over $100,000.
Well, that's an I wish I could have gotten in on that bet. What you thought the one?
You don't know amazing.
That's 2 Bitcoins, and the floor of the collection is going to be probably 1 Bitcoin. So of
why
course,
why are people buying this PO? Can you
because this is a one of one being auctioned.
The floor is going to be 1 Bitcoin.
The floor of Taproot Wizards themselves will certainly be 1 Bitcoin. These Quantum Cats, the floor will be at least call it a quarter Bitcoin, but probably a half Bitcoin. This is the premier ordinals collection.
I like
the number one.
Bitcoin.
Sorry,
I like a quarter better than a half on Quantum Cats personally.
Okay.
Why is it the number 1? It doesn't even exist.
It doesn't exist yet. They've raised.
This is the type of bullshit that's wrong with this space. Is all this pre-launch hype where we have prices on a thing that doesn't even exist at this moment in time.
I don't know. It sounds like PO has whitelist. That's all I'm saying.
I do
and
not.
Secondarily, why are these so much? Did they put them on like
easy
block 5 sat uncommon rares or what?
I don't.
You guys know that I'll be the first person to dunk on a hyped up NFT project just because at this point I don't even find it interesting. I don't find it interesting to see like what crypto Twitter thinks is going to go up in price, and then a lot of people pour into it and the price goes up. The founders literally just take all the money and it slowly goes to zero over the course of 18 months. This is just flat out not that. I don't know what to tell you. We don't have to keep talking about it. This is something where you're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah, that's it. I know. Yeah. I literally had Dan Held on the Bitcoin show on video yesterday. Like you guys can just watch that if you want to understand. Anyway,
I understand. This is some cabal shit.
Yeah, it's complete bullshit.
Okay.
Oh, let's put a collection on Sotheby's and let's bid it up. And then now we got our floor coming out at half a Bitcoin. I see right through it.
Let's
they do
all
it every
say
time. They get it listed on Sotheby's and it just fucking gigasends, dude.
Yeah.
Let's all say things that are going to age poorly together all at once. Let's go. Let's just say a bunch of stuff that we'll regret in 8 months if we care about our reputation.
Yeah, because there'll be like 2 Bitcoin by then.
Sorry, you care about your reputation, PO? That's the first error that you made. I bid on everything over at Sotheby's. And dude, I just think that like you need to get that head screwed on properly, because this show is not about your personal reputation. And in fact, the show, you're supposed to be wrecking your personal reputation as part of this show.
And Pio, I actually want to apologize. I think I'm just actually a little confused because I see this going on Sotheby's and they have this thing going. I thought Taproot Wizards was Wizards and now they're cats.
No. So they're launching the cats first by Taproot Wizards, and they did get it on Sotheby's. So they will be launching these. There's a bid right now for the 1 of 1. And then there's quests for dead and alive ones. This is a much larger scale thing going on, in which Udi's been going back and forth with that Bitcoin guy who ate a cat. So that's like the whole underlying joke.
Okay, so we should go to a date to South Abbey together, dude. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I know. I would bid up any art piece at South Abbey's just because I love the place, love the name, love the historicness of it. Almost as good as Curiosities. And so real quick, I'm just trying to understand. They're coming out with their secondary collection before their primary collection.
Yeah. So unlike Apes, you now get mutants first.
Well, I like that. That's interesting. I'm back in, PO. Let's go. I'm back in on it. Let's get it.
I don't care if you're in and out. It has no impact.
I don't care if you don't care. Okay. Let's go to
South
Abbey together.
Very disrespectful. I don't care if you do that, dude. We're gonna go over from South Abbey over to Chastity's, and I'm excited about that, dude.
Nicky's trying to neg me. He's using like red pill
he's trying to
tactics
big
on
man
me.
you, dude.
He's like, oh man, you just don't fucking get it, you fucking idiot. But I still like you, man, you dumbass. Like you're such an idiot. You don't understand good art. You can't even say the name of the place that it's being sold at. But it's okay. Come on the show, bud.
Use the lens we shipped to you, bud.
Come sit in the back of the bus with me, and I'll tell you before we get to first period what's all about.
Well, anyway, speaking of collections that are overhyped and probably will gradually go to zero over time. No, I'm not even gonna, open things up that way. But anyway, the crypto undead dilemma, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's horse shit, Pio. It's fucking horse shit. It's absolute fucking horse shit. Okay, I didn't get jack shit yesterday. Not a single fucking thing. I sent 500 United States dollars into the fucking void, Pio, and I didn't get fucking shit.
So my apartment's
we're
actually
all happy about that. So that's exciting.
I just gotta take the sweatshirt off because the apartment is hotter than I expected. But I want to talk about what happened. So basically, right out the gate, crypto. So first of all, Crypto Undead has been blessed as a hyped up project. That we see this in the NFT space from time to time. You see a project that suddenly, out of the blue, everybody is very, very interested in. There's a war between people that have the allow list and people that don't. The people that have the allow list are like, this is the next big thing. The people that don't have the allow list say that this is trash. It came out the gate.
Wait, what project are we talking about real quick?
Crypto Undead.
Okay, and that intro, it could have been a lot of things. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Right. Well, this is the kind of the one thing of the past 72 hours. Let's call it that way.
Yeah.
And 20 Solana out the gate, 6x from mint. Slow bleed from there to 13 Solana. Seems that there were some issues where 600 individuals minted. They didn't receive the NFT. I'm not really sure how that works. And then they spent $3 million buying the NFTs back. Wow. So a 3 Sol mint right now gets you a lot.
Not three. They didn't spend 3 million. They spent 60,000 sweeping it back. They made 3 million on the mint.
Oh, well, that information is incorrect in the call sheet then. Anyway, there's one wallet that bought Crypto Undeads for 86 Sol, 37 Sol, and 31 Sol, despite the floor being less than 20 Sol. And these are pre-reveal. Right, so it's
the person
not like
came out and said that they fucked up. They said I clicked the wrong button. They said, yeah, this is my wallet. Here's proof. I messed up.
So
Sure, buddy.
the other thing I was going to say, Clemente saw the research that I was doing last night, where I uncovered who the founder of this project really is. I ended up deleting some of the tweets just because people were just like so pissed that I was like,
I'm really curious now
on this project. Do you want to know who it is? Did you see the tweet last night, Pia?
yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you listen to the voice messages of both people?
Well, I didn't see that a voice message was posted of the original person. I also do have an ear for accents a little bit, and I don't know if I think it's the same person.
No. How would they say
They're
that?
French.
Australian accent.
Oh yeah. I bought myself a Crypto Undead, yeah.
That sounds Australian now.
That's getting pretty close. I was saying it was Voltura, and I basically said that was.
I can totally see that, man.
And people, everyone is like, he doesn't sound anything like it.
I think I might be on the same page as those people, because like I do have an ear for accents a little bit, and like a Voltura is kind of like me project is Psychedelics Anonymous, but I've never done drugs before. In case you ask,
I'm here for it.
I actually don't think he has done drugs.
well, there you go.
There's no doubt in my mind that it's not. People were like offended. They were like, "That's racist." And I was like, is it?
No.
Yeah, Australians aren't white. They're white adjacent, bro. So you can still get messed up making fun of them. So you should educate yourself a little bit there, buddy. But yeah, I mean, cool, man. Crypto Undead's so excited for the reveal.
Yeah, this is just dude.
People are saying that I did a semi-decent Australian accent. It was not semi-decent. It was bad. It was just flat out bad. But anyway, look, we can.
Two people are neighbors and they look the same and they sound the same. It's saying that their voice sounds the same. Racist? I don't know.
Anyway, look,
identical twins sound the same? Am I racist for saying that they look alike?
Depends on some other context. Let's leave it at that.
Easy. Did
that?
you receive your NFT yet? Your crypto Undeads? You minted to? You got
Nope.
it?
Nope. Nope.
It's okay, man. They're probably waiting for the floor to dip so that they can sweep some more.
Clemente, did we put on the call sheet the segment "Is That Racist" today? Because I'm really excited to play that game.
What is this, Chappelle show in 2002? I watched some.
Is that racist when you don't serve somebody because of the? Sorry, what were you? What was funny?
Easy was drinking bleach last night, but Easy, next time try the berry blast flavor.
That does have a nice aftertaste.
It does.
Yeah, I didn't serve people at a restaurant when I was a waiter because they're Australian. Is that racist?
So to put a bow
Yes, it is.
on this, I've seen these things happen before in the space. I've seen NFTs drop in this identical manner, and probably more than 75 to 80% of the time, 1 year later, they aren't notable anymore. Do we think there's any possibility that this goes the other way and this actually becomes one of the most significant projects in the NFT space long term?
Yeah, I'd say that's likely. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. Hey, you've got on, this is classic NFT stuff. You got on the allow list. You cooked. That's awesome. If you didn't,
Not everyone.
Yeah, you're on the high risk, high reward side. You know what I mean? Because if you're buying something, unrevealed $1,600, you got no clue what you're buying. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can double it, but you also got to be equally prepared for probably a negative 50%er. But who knows? Maybe this is Nakamigos, man, and they just pump it. What you got to look for is you got to see, is there some pumpers in the group? Is there some guys that can put the crypto Undeads on their back, and gals, right? And take it to the moon. But yeah, man, PO getting a little 2021 flashbacks. A lot of people get wrecked on secondary in 2021. Remember when I bought Party Degenerates instead of Doodles? Yeah, if you do the math on that, it's about like a 20K whiff right there.
You probably would have just been an actual legend if all, because so I was thinking about it the other day. Kix during the 2021 NFT bull run, Kix was in like an alpha group that there were only so many projects that even came out, and Kix was willing to make big bets. Like right out the gate, Kix was ready to deploy. And when you think about the Mutant Ape bet was an incredible bet by Kix. There were a bunch of other really good ones. The pandas and all that the koalas, I should say, all that stuff made a bunch of money. If you had just picked Doodles over Party Degenerates, you probably would have gotten into the NFT Hall of Fame or something. They would have been like, this guy's a genius.
Or just held the Bored Apes past 10 ETH.
Well,
That's
sure.
it.
If you'd held the Bored Apes for sure. Real quick on this one, just to kind of close things out. I don't know, Nick, was there anything you wanted to say? We're going to move on to Blast, which will be notable in the year.
No. I gave them a hard enough time yesterday. I deleted it just because I was like, it's bad energy.
Yeah, you got to stay positive, man.
Yeah,
We're all in it to have a little fun, as long as people are having fun, it's okay.
Dude,
Well,
everyone's just having fun, man. It was having
blast,
fun,
man.
Dude. It's so fun, and everyone's like, it's just hilarious how everyone is willing to call an anonymous project with unrevealed art like the fucking future in this space. It's just like, dude, I don't respect anybody. And like the majority of people in this space are just complete losers, jerk offs who are basically just pumping their own bags, have no integrity whatsoever, haven't worked a day in their life, and are just degenerate gamblers who probably smoke 3 packs a day. That's basically what's going on.
I like those guys, man. Next conference, let's blaze it up. I like those guys. You know what I mean?
Well, I was talking to a friend like 4 months ago, and he was like, "There's no way that." He was like, "I think NFTs could like come back," but he was like, "There's no way that the hyped up mint thing and like the whitelist thing where you like buy something and just sell it on the secondary for like 5 times what you paid for it is ever going to come back. Like that's done." And look where we are, and we aren't even. It hasn't even started cooking yet. We're pre-Bitcoin halving in this cycle. It hasn't even started cooking yet. People still think NFTs aren't even a thing, and we're already here. Things are going to get weird over the next 16 months. Weird. Clemente?
I just thought it was, I don't know if I'm the only one that thought it was weird that he dropped, known as Dollar, dropped a 3-minute voice message like after the minute, like, everything went really well.
Hilarious, dude.
Clemente making jokes. I did catch some of that. I love it when people take what I'd call performance risk. Like you don't know Clemente as like a parody artist, but I love it when people take performance risk. I think it's great.
Here's how you just put a little cherry on top on this conversation and end it. Okay. We're talking about the game, right? You can either fight the game or you can be the game. Guess who said that? Mike Tyson, right? And so what are you going to do? Yeah, you said you're going to fight the game or you're going to be the game, right? And that's what you got to look in this next cycle. You're going to fight the whitelist meta or are you going to be the whitelist meta, right? You're going to fight the game or be the game. Mike Tyson, right after he took down the B guy. Well,
yeah, I just looked it up. Mike Tyson never said that, but I do like what Kix was saying for sure. There is actual truth to it. Is like you it's really don't hate the player, hate the game. And at the end of the day, there's no one will be able to change the game, right? You just, in theory, you could change the game a little bit. But at the end of the day, like I'm done fighting against the way the market operates. And I've been saying that. I've literally been saying that. So, all right, cool. We'll see what happens. I will be so ready to talk about Crypto Undead in 9 months. If it's still notable and around, I will talk about it on the show every day in 9 months. We will see where it's at in 9 months. Anyway, Blast, which will be around in 9 months, one of the premier organizations being built by a very sharp young entrepreneur, potentially a special organization in our space. Yesterday, Blast announced that their testnet is now live and is hosting a competition for dApps, decentralized apps, to be promoted to Blast users once the L2 goes live. Kix, you tweeted that this is going to be big. You're a longtime Blast bull. The trade that we talked about on this show, or the investment that we talked about on this show over the past couple of months that I did not have the liquidity to get into, but I wanted to, which was to get the Blur token itself and stake it, has been an absolute cook. Look at that chart. It's been an absolute cook. We were talking about it in those, like when it was low there. Kix, what do you make of what's going on? Oh, wow. Kobe shared a bull case for Pac-Man, Blast, and Blur in a long tweet yesterday.
One of the best tweets I've read from Kobe in a while, too. The word vibe flank is an absolutely incredible word, by the way. Like
I didn't have the liquidity to do this, and I've been saying that Blur is one of the best organizations.
We've been yelling about Blur for a while, and then just buying it and sitting it and staking it and forgetting. I
own so much Blur, it's crazy, dude.
Do you?
It's a good thing that I own like $4 million worth of this stuff,
Damn. I don't think Nick's purchased a single Blur.
I don't own any Blur.
You can still go farm some NFTs and get a little bit of that airdrop. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Kobe laid it out very well, which is like, why would you fade the guy that beat OpenSea, right? Because like, how many people try to beat OpenSea, and then this guy beat OpenSea in 3 months, and then you're gonna. The reason why a lot of people fade him is because they believed the people on Twitter that said Blur killed NFTs. Looks like NFTs, are doing pretty fine.
When the chart is going down during the bear market, no matter what, when you buy the thing, the price keeps going down. If you look at the Bitcoin chart during the bear period, if you buy Bitcoin at 40,000 and it goes to 35,000, it's going down. Then you buy it at 35,000, it goes to 30,000, it's going down. Blur didn't have it. Blur didn't make the NFT market go down. Like, look at CryptoPunks.
I mean, it's like back in the day, there's a famine. Sometimes, people get irrational. You got to hang some farmers, and then people think that you solve the problem. That's just how it goes. And yeah, I mean, like when there's a famine, like a bear market, you got to have a scapegoat. So they scapegoated Blur. But whatever, dude, he's very innovative and he's amazing at incentives. So, I mean, literally, you could have just thrown USDC or ETH if you were holding it anyways into the blast bridge and just farmed it. Yeah, there's some risk, but then you're also getting yield on top, which is pretty massive, right? And now they've locked in over $1 billion into the platform. And then what I've been saying is like, do you really think it just stops right there? You think like Blast goes live and they're just like, well, that's it, man. Just withdraw, go to another L2. No, there's going to be another game. There's going to be another incentive layer to keep everybody on Blast and using all of the Blast apps and everything like that. And what they're doing, there's a lot of innovation. First of all, everything that's staked to the platform has an underlying yield, right? And then on top of that, there's the fees that L2s make. And the fees that L2 make are significant. And they've said that they're going to basically share those fees with the users and with the developers on top of the users and the developers getting the airdrop. So, I mean, they've set this up really, really well. I think they're going to attract a lot of apps that are going to want to launch over the next couple of months and capture some of that Blast airdrop.
Allocation.
Yeah. And I mean, like L2s, just in being an L2, there's not like a significant difference. Yes, someone can sit there and tell you all this tech. Oh, we're using modular DAs and we're using, ZK rollups and we're using da-da-da-da. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is users and liquidity, right? And they've already locked in out of the gate a lot of users and a lot of liquidity. And they're the best incentive team on the market. Pac-Man's a genius. And so when they launch, it's gonna be good. And I feel like Nick's mocking me, and I just want him to know, you know what? You can mock a guy with a $2,000 PFP, but guess what? My PFP is going up, dog. So you get a little respect, bro. Okay, because I got a couple zeros, behind my PFP. I know you got an extra zero, but it may not be that way for too long. Buddy.
No, I'm not mocking you. I was just fascinated. No, I'm still thinking about the fact that about eating goats during a famine. So that was one piece of alpha that I received. Pio also explained to me what the concept of a price going down is. That was also very interesting to me. So I've been, and after getting those pieces of information, I've just been enjoying the concepts, going on ever since then, because this is just the type of insight that I've been looking for. So
here's the thing, Nick. The game's just getting started. This is probably like season 1 of Blur. So even right now, you got a month. If you got some ETH laying around that you're not doing anything with, you can throw it into the bridge and you can get some, you can accumulate some points. And then what's going to happen on Blast is where there's going to be even more points to be earned, right? So like
draw that money from Blast
in February. Once it goes live, you can, but once again, they're going to make it so you're not going to want to withdraw. So what you can do is, like, let's say you got 50 ETH sitting there. I'm just saying, right? Nick, take 15 ETH.
50 ETH, just
okay, whatever you got. Let's just say take 10 ETH, throw it into the Blast bridge and say, hey, when it goes live, I'm going to get my little airdrop. I'm not going to withdraw. I'm going to use that 10 ETH on the L2 and farm even more Blast.
What's your actual take on Blast if you have one, Nick? Otherwise, we're going to move on to Dookie Dash. The entire Blur organization.
Well, Blur, I'm pissed I didn't buy it 48 cents while it was sitting there. So that's part of the situation at this moment in time. I was sitting just watching that. It was like a stable coin for a period of time there.
You called for 40. I remember we were talking about, you're like, I'm waiting for 40 as my price target, and it was close.
What I said?
Yeah.
It actually went down below 40.
Yeah,
so that was on January 7th. That was 10 days ago. So I didn't listen to my own advice. And it also hit it again on December 18th. So it had pulled back down to 40 cents. You could go way up. The other one that I'm looking at, by the way, that I'd been watching yesterday, and it did exactly what I thought. Rollbit. Rollbit has this range that's been sitting there every single day. And it's been just bouncing back and forth between essentially 16 cents and 25 cents. And there's this interesting opportunity going on there to just scalp 50% over and over and over again. It's been just going back and forth between this range. And so right now, wait, your data for this price seems to be off, or mine is? Because right now it's looking like it's at 20 cents, according to me.
No way. 0% chance at 20 cents.
Yeah.
But it could be at 20 cents if they move over to Blast
No, where I'm at. It's on Polonia. You got to scroll down on the market pricing there, Clemente. Way down.
It's not at 20 cents, man.
Scroll down the markets. Okay, you scrolled past it. Have you used CoinMarketCap before? I'm just trying to figure it out.
I have no idea what you're asking me to do.
That's it right there. See how that's listed on different markets?
Yeah.
So there's different prices that
You're looking
that
at the
are
20-cent one.
I'm like,
It's not 20 cents, man. That's not how this works.
Well, it's just interesting. This isn't normally how you'd find a coin, but anyway, okay.
no, it's not find the coin. It's how you find the price. For some reason, TradingView right now is showing me 20 cents. That's so weird. There it is. Poloniex, number 11. What the hell is going on Poloniex? Can I just buy a bunch right now on one exchange and sell for 20 cents right there? You're welcome, audience. I just gave you a 80% or sorry, what is the 40% arbitrage? Sorry, so we can go back. We can go back to the original or 80%. We can give the original schedule.
But it's in the range you were talking about. It's at the bottom of the range. So you're saying you can buy here and it'll go up to 16 or 20 cents.
At least 16 cents, which looks like a nice little scalp. They keep buying, right? Like that's their entire structure. So like they end up buying. This one just seems like an interesting opportunity to pick some up. I don't know how much I would put into this. So January 3rd, one of the tweets right there was like, Rollbit, the online casino is rigged for you to lose. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah, I saw the people leaving their reviews.
CoinMarketCap just shows a stream of the latest tweets about that particular thing. That was hilarious. Isn't that what every casino is rigged for?
It's called the house edge. It's kind of a crazy concept.
Understand.
Someone said no shit.
Should make you feel bullish.
Dude, Twitter's the best, man. It's a gamble. It's a gambling. What the fuck do you want?
These aren't tweets. These are like, it's like a bulletin board on the CoinMarketCap website that you can
No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, this is definitely like if you want to see an interesting part of the market.
No, they're tweets. They're tweets that tag Rollbit. If you have $RLB, they're pulling those tweets.
Well, why does it have the post button below there?
Yeah, that it's their internal thing. Apparently, I didn't realize that was the case.
It's pulling from Twitter. They just showed a Twitter space.
No, you can post and follow within this ecosystem.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we learned something new today. Clemente, did you learn some new things today as well? You learned about the different markets that exist there, so you can see that prices are different on different exchanges.
You know what, Nick? You also are stealing my alpha. I dropped that on the Nifty account 2 days ago. And you didn't like or respond. You're not following or supporting my content during.
What price did you post that, huh?
I don't know, whatever it was 2 days ago. You didn't even like, you didn't comment.
15 cents, 16 cents.
Anyway, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, just want to remind everyone that today's show is brought to you in partnership with Shrapnel. You've heard us talk about Shrapnel on this show before. The upcoming extraction-based first-person shooter game, one of the most highly anticipated, if not the most highly anticipated Web3 game coming to a blockchain near you. If you didn't know, they've announced their STX 1.0, which is the Shrapnel testing exercise set. Okay, so anyone that has an extraction pack can participate in these early access test sessions, win exclusive gear, and depending on how well they do, even win cash prizes. So you got the $3 million cash pool right there. We're also giving away a Shrapnel operator on the show today. It's worth more than $500 right now. And that you can enter that on Twitter. So you see the pinned tweet on the Twitter Spaces if you're listening there. On YouTube, Clemente's got the information pulled up here. All you have to do is like the tweet, follow Shrapnel, and comment a picture of your favorite NFT to enter. We're going to be picking the winner in 24 hours. We've done a bunch of Shrapnel giveaways thus far. We love working with Shrapnel. We can't wait for the game to actually come out and see everybody continue to be excited about it and obviously see the action on assets like operators. So really cool stuff from Shrapnel. Can't wait for the game to come out. Speaking of games, we got Dookie Dash. Yuga Labs announced the launch of Dookie Dash Unclogged. As Kix pointed out, I think it's a good thing to relaunch what worked before. It's going to be dropping in Q1, so here in the next couple of months on mobile and desktop. The first Dookie Dash was not on mobile. Am I right, guys? It was not on mobile, only desktop, right?
No, that is correct. You could play it
you could
on
play
the
it.
MetaMask browser, but this is full iOS and Android app. And as a proud Yuga Labs Gaming Council member, I
Yes.
was lucky enough to play it early.
On the phone, you played it?
Yeah, I played it on iOS. I played it on my Solana phone, so we went cross-chain, and I've played it on desktop.
Quick,
So
you don't own any Yuga assets, do you?
I own a vessel.
And is that what qualified you for participating in this?
No, it's because Easy is a Web3 gaming extraordinaire. I've live streamed games with him. He plays a ton of Web3 games. He's deep in the system. Great asset to the council, in my opinion.
Did you see Jonah?
Yeah, there's a lot of beef. Of beef.
And I think he was pissed off about you, dude. That's
He was.
what.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Wow.
He was not happy.
He said, why is this kid on the council and not me?
Yeah, he was not happy.
Well, usually if yeah.
Jonah, I feel so bad for you.
Crucified.
You've tweeted 16 new partnerships that you've closed over the past 3 weeks. So clearly it's a real struggle over there in Jonah's world.
It's a struggle. Jonah just locking in 2 new partnerships with good partners a week.
Here's another 6-figure deal that I just closed.
He's requesting to speak. If you want to come on video. No, if Jonah wants to come on video, he can come on video.
Let him on stage. Let's see what he...
Jonah, get your video cooking.
He has to say something very mean.
Jonah, go to your desk and get video going. I'm going to DM you the video link. But real quick, speaking of Dookie Dash, I think this is a good move. I think it's a very good move.
Okay. He can also just come on the stage if it's a quick.
I was talking about Dookie Dash, and I'm sending Jonah the video link. But yeah, with the Dookie Dash move, they got literally the best situation came about last time when they attracted one of the biggest gamers in the world, the gentleman Mongrel, the kid. That was just a slam dunk. So I think going back to this is key. Kix, what do you think of this move?
Yeah, I love it, man. I think the space is naturally very PvP and very competitive. So I think that the games that people gravitate towards are going to be competitive PvP games versus games like Legends of the Mara or Heavy Metal, which is more like PvE, like idle farming. Like people like competition. People like trying to beat someone else, right? Like that's the whole space lives on that. So I think like Dookie Dash is that style of game where you're trying to get on the leaderboard, you're trying to beat someone else, you're trying to hit the new high score. So I think that Yuga Labs like leaning into those style games is awesome, and I hope that like the next games that they make in the future, like they keep to a PvP competition kind of focused games, because I think that those games are going to do the best in this space.
Yeah, I think that's good insight for sure. I also just love, going back to the well of something that actually worked. Easy, what was your impression of the game? Or I don't know are you allowed to talk about that?
Yeah,
or what,
the NDA expired yesterday, 2 days ago.
Actually?
So, yeah, the NDA was 6 days. So it was pretty. Is like they basically said, as soon as the announcement goes out, you can talk about anything, share content, etc.
Dude, I remember how you were talking to everyone on the business team about this partnership that you had, and
well, it wasn't paid. It was just I got to play the game. That was it.
No, I remember you talking to us about it. I really appreciate that. This is more information being shared about Easy. Easy's just closing partnerships by himself, not even sharing anything with us. It's awesome, dude. That's awesome, dude. I'm really happy for you. Really happy.
Well, what did you make of what?
Jonah's happy.
You want to go ahead and talk about the game, Nick?
Were you good at the game, Easy?
I was fine. Like the game was cool. I'm just waiting for Nick to interject at any point, so I'm going to say a few words because I know he's got something to say here. So I'll let him. I saw him come off mute. You got anything, big guy?
No, it's just I'm
waiting.
You got the joke is about the Easy selfish meme, but continue. Please keep it going.
Anyway, regarding, well, first of all, I guess, announce that we're going to have the CEO of Yuga Labs on the show in the near future, Daniel Allegre. So that's going to be a great time. And I'm very, very excited to speak with an industry. I mean, calling him an industry veteran is an understatement. He's worked in games for multiple decades at some of the biggest name organizations in the gaming world. And now he's heading up Yuga Labs. So we have a ton to talk about with him. I can't wait to talk to him about this specific game and just the future plans. Jonah will be on the show in just a moment.
Did you send him a taxi so he could drive to the studio? And then we could have the conversation. What's the next subject?
I had a quick question while we're getting Jonah up. How do we feel? I know Bunny brought this up last week. How do we feel about Otherdeed expanded at 0.28 ETH, knowing that they have an other side related event coming in February?
That's a good question.
Easy.
I think it's interesting. Personally, I think this is a better play at the cheaper side of things to get Yuga exposure for sure.
Are you mad at me?
Guess who he's definitely mad at you.
I'm just waiting for you to interject.
Guess who the studio is behind the second Dookie Dash. It's the guys that do Mini Royale.
Mini Royale. That's exactly what, like, that's where the connection happened. Like, I talked to people over there, which is dope. And they did Mutants, the Serum City, which was the Mutant Hounds thing. So they're doing a bunch of really cool cross-chain stuff. Yeah, they're absolutely crushing it.
We got the Jonah here. Look at this guy.
Yo, what's up, man?
Not much. We got to get you a better mic, but I like your camera.
No, I have a better mic, but for whatever reason, this Rodecaster, I might need a new Rodecaster.
No, that mic is not playing, by the way. You got to switch your settings on here because it's not your headset that we're hearing.
It's your camera.
Yeah. No, hold on. I'll fix it.
Looking good, Jonah. So, Jonah, you are you're upset that Easy got onto the Yuga Council thing, and you didn't. You're really mad about that.
You tweeted at him and called him a bitch.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know why my Rodecaster. Whatever, I'll fix it later. No, I'll tell you exactly what happened because Easy knows. So I'm gonna give you the full unedited story. And now that I get to be on the biggest media channel in all of NFTs to explain it, this is the perfect place to explain it. So I'll tell you exactly what happened. So Far Away.
It can't be a long story though, Jonah.
It's gonna be very quick. It's gonna be very quick. Very quick. So Far Away is the studio that's making this new game, which I've known that. Okay, I have friends there.
What year were they founded, Jonah? What's the origin story of this company?
I think like 2020.
I'm joking. Let's keep it going.
Anyway, they reach out to me, which is great. I love when games do. And they're like, you want to play this new game that we can't talk about yet? We're going to send you an NDA. I said, sure. Why not? And this was on Thursday or Friday. An hour later, they go,
"What'd you have for breakfast that day, Jonah?" No, I'm just.
I don't have breakfast. But they get back to me an hour later, like, okay, well, I spoke to lawyers and other entities because we know what the game this is, and apparently we're all filled up. And I know because I have DMs from someone in particular there who let me know actually what the situation was, which is like, Jonah FUD. We know like Jonah, right? Not Far Away's fault. And I said, okay, no problem. No problem at all. I put out a funny tweet yesterday. It was a great tweet. Come on. Look at the impressions. It did great. And then this, am I allowed to curse on this show?
Yes, Jonah. Say whatever you want.
This motherfucker Illa. Yeah, I didn't know what I could do. This motherfucker Illa, he's like, whoa, slow down. Nothing about your personality. Only apes tested. And I knew that was bullshit because I was like, Easy, are you testing the game? You on the gaming council? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't know you had an ape. He's like, I don't. And I was like, oh, okay.
Stuff though. He has Yuga stuff.
Oh, what one vessel? I have the same thing. I have a heavy metal. Either way, it doesn't matter. And by the way, no problems with Easy. We'll make that very clear. We're friends.
Why didn't you?
It was just the point.
Why didn't you call out Easy in the thread? Because we all knew you were talking about it and feeling mad jealous over him.
No,
well,
not.
I'm just saying you're jealous of Easy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, Easy keeps signing too many deals, so like I'm so jealous. But what I was saying to Illa, I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, and he was saying that I was basically full of shit, and I said I have the text to prove otherwise, and I have the text to prove otherwise, and then I got from an anonymous person, I got a DM of a group chat that I'm not in where Illa is being a two-faced, complete bullshit liar. Where he's like, yeah, he is. He's a bullshit liar. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it again.
What was in the chat? Tell him we're gonna. And if Illa's in the audience, come up on stage, bro.
There's nothing. There's not. I don't know. I can't see it. I'm on space, but
tell us what's on. Tell us what's in the chat.
No, he on the timeline, he's like only ape holders, blah blah blah. And
what did he say in the chat?
In the chat, he's like, Jonah's being a crybaby. Congratulations that you got to play without an ape while others had an ape. And
Whoa.
look at this. So was that Two-Face?
absolutely, 100%. That's
It
the
sounds like
only.
he said the same thing on the timeline to your face.
Oh,
No, he didn't.
Thing that he
No,
said.
you're such a gaslighter. In school, you cause so many bar fights and so many fights in school. I know what kind of you're just a gaslighter. I'm telling you, you're such a gaslighter. You're such
One of
an
the audience
instigator.
members said that Nick is a Hall of Fame
Yeah,
instigator.
yeah,
Right,
100%, 100%.
maybe, but I'm not a gaslighter. I didn't I didn't
All
tell
right,
you.
sorry. Yeah, he's an instigator. But basically, I don't care about the game. The only thing I care about, the entire point, is that he says that what I said wasn't true. He was a liar.
He called
And I'm
your
like,
mom
here's
a bitch?
evidence that you're a fucking liar.
Is that what he said? I'm just saying what he said. Is that what he
You're,
said?
dude, you're like Maury. What's that show where they're like, is he the father? You're doing that. That thing.
That's Maury, Jonah. That's Maury.
Yeah, it's Maury,
Bunny,
yeah.
Bunny has his hand raised. Bunny, what's going on?
A couple things. So for someone who doesn't care about the game, Jonah, you spend an awful lot of time talking about
Literally
the game,
two
right?
spaces.
Like,
Literally two
Illa-
spaces. This space and
Illa-
the space last night.
so
Easy for
aside
you.
from that,
Hold on, let
Illa's,
Bunny go.
Yeah, go
Illa's
ahead.
been nothing but an asset and like a good personal friend to me, right? And
What
you
does that mean
have
to me? I
admit,
don't care. What the fuck
dude,
do I
just
care?
shut the fuck up for a second. You have to admit that posting screenshots from a group chat that
I
you're
don't
not
give a
in,
fuck.
is
It's
just
not
like,
my screen.
dude, just
I
shut
don't
up
give
for
a
a
shit.
second.
Oh, New
Bro,
Jersey in the house.
It's an
put a
absolute
sock
fucking
in your
bitch
mouth,
move, dude.
punk.
No, Jonah, it's an absolute bitch fucking move.
Whoa.
Like, there is
I don't
no
give a
way.
shit.
Like, as an adult,
Whoa.
you should fucking do shit like that,
I
bro.
don't give a
It's
shit.
hella
It's not.
immature.
I don't owe you shit. I don't owe Illa shit. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't say you personally owed me something, dude. I couldn't fucking care less. It's a bitch move, dude. Like, it's lame as
Okay.
fuck to go on the timeline.
And I
and
do it
post
again.
something like
I'll do it tomorrow. Send me
that.
another
We
one.
know
I'll put it
because you're
out.
a bitch. Dude,
Whoa,
we know because
hey,
you're a
oh,
fucking bitch.
okay.
dude.
This is
Okay,
fucking
well, you
this
say
is
whatever
that.
you want.
Hold on.
Literally,
say whatever you want, I don't
literally
care.
exactly,
Seems like.
exactly 0 people are surprised that you would do it again. Like literally exactly 0.
Okay.
Whoa.
I don't
Whoa.
care. You did think I give a fuck? I don't give a shit.
Jonah, real quick.
This is
I'll
turning
do it
into a
again.
real Twitter space right here. This is how Twitter spaces normally go.
It feels like, yeah, Bunny, it was personal for him. He's
I
been
don't
holding
care.
that, but we all know that Bunny's been holding that ape for too long. Easy. How do you feel about the fact that Jonah's talking this smack and it was subtly directed to you without?
No, it
calling you out?
wasn't. No,
How do you
don't.
feel- how do you
Don't
feel
even.
about
Don't
that,
do that,
Easy?
Nick. No.
No, yeah. I mean, personally, I thought the game was pretty solid. The UGC concept's pretty sweet. I think
What are
that's
your
the bigger
feelings
thing.
about Jonah though right now? Because
Hey, here's what we got to do. We got to settle it in Dookie Dash. Okay. Top score wins.
Only way to do it. Only way to do it is
Sure.
a Dookie Dash
like
face
that.
off.
Happy to.
Bunny,
I like
do you like that idea? Or were you looking for a physical altercation? Are you going full Tony Soprano?
Whichever works.
Well,
Oh,
I have
Bunny
no
said-
plan. I have no plans on going to New Jersey, so we'll have to
Bunny
take
said,
Dookie Dash.
yo, either way, we can keep the same energy in person. Bunny, I did not know
We both know that wouldn't happen.
that.
I wouldn't waste my time on Bunny.
I've never seen Bunny mad like this ever. I didn't know he had it in him. I knew he was
No,
from
honestly,
New Jersey.
I like legitimately like hate people that leak
Okay,
DMs like that.
you know,
It's extremely lame.
Oh.
can't love everyone. It's just how it goes.
send me a text message, Bunny. Let's see what happens.
I have your phone number.
I gotta say, Nick's over here shaking. He's leaking 3-minute voice messages.
I'll send you my phone number. Jonah, no, we genuinely want to hear what the situation was. Apologies for the Maury Povich interlude.
What are
Oh,
you
no,
apologizing for? It seemed like Jonah was incredibly ready. So I don't listen to real Twitter spaces, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say a real Twitter space, it's like just mania where people are yelling at each other. And it seems like Jonah has done that a bunch of times. He seems so ready to just go
This
back and
space
forth.
in the night. That's it.
What do you mean
So
this
instead of
space? We don't do that on this space.
No, I'm
don't
saying
do that.
I explained this story on this space and the one last night. That's it.
What's the one
But I don't
last
do that on
night?
a bunch of spaces. Which one was the one? It was Bunny space.
Oh,
You were on Bunny Space?
so this is a continuation of last night?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't
What
know we were
happened
getting
last
that.
night? Did you guys? So, do you guys talk to each other at all since then, or is this like legit? You may bring weapons to the meetup.
I mean, if it's first of all, it had nothing to do with Bunny, but if he wants to make it about him, I don't care. Like, I don't have to talk to him. It's not my problem. It wasn't
Damn.
about Bunny at any point in time. he's making it
No,
about
I mean,
him.
I've tried to stay relatively neutral with the argument. I completely disagreed with you going to the timeline on Ray. I think I've
No, I
made
know, and
that
I
clear.
said I accept that. It just we disagree.
I mean, look,
is the beef squashed?
I have no problem with Bunny. It's with Illa, but Bunny wants to be involved in such a way. It doesn't matter to me. You know, if Bunny's like, oh, I don't fuck with Jonah because of Illa, then so be it. I stick to my guns. I'm very direct in what I think.
I mean, damn, it sounds like we do need to go cut to a therapy session.
Well, I was
Like,
Nick.
This is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Well, first of all, if anybody works at BetterHelp in the partnerships group, we'd love to talk to you. Also, if there's anybody that works at CBD companies, we would love to talk to you about partnerships. But anyway, so wait a minute. Bunny, would you be willing to squash the beef with Jonah live on the show?
Yeah, I don't think I really have a beef with Jonah, right? Like,
Okay, yeah.
But hold on.
Well,
I want to hear. I really want to see you guys hug it out though, because Bunny says he doesn't have any beef. Jonah seems open to squashing.
I have no beef with Bunny. It's literally just I just want Illa to admit that he had no idea what he was talking about or that he lied. That's it. And if he does that, I'm good with Illa too. I just don't like being called a liar on the timeline when I have receipts. That's all.
There seems to be a sticking point with Jonah. Despite the sticking point, are we saying that the beef between Bunny and Jonah is squashed?
We're good. Yeah. Opinions held loosely. And Bunny's never wronged me. I got no problem with Bunny.
Bunny?
Okay. Seems like. So, would you smoke a joint with Bunny?
Yeah, I would.
There we go.
all right, we're gonna have to make that happen in New York.
Okay.
So
Just not a gravity bong. I can't handle
I didn't
gravity
even know that
bongs.
Jonah smokes
joint's
weed.
fine.
I had no idea, but he's out here open to smoking.
The caveat was no gravity bong. So
Yeah, no
very
gravity bongs.
specific, very specific. Don't fill up a bathtub with water and take a gravity bong and stick it in Jonah's face.
Gravity bongs.
But anything short of that, you're good to go. Bunny, I just want to make it official. Are you saying that this beef can be squashed right now?
Yeah, we're good to go.
That's the best thing I've used. Ladies and gentlemen, we just went through a whole arc of violent, explosive beef and then squashing it. This is how it goes. This is real East Coast shit, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it goes down.
In the high school locker room right now.
Bunch
you know
of
what I
East
mean?
Coast guys here, other than Clemente.
Where's the chocolate Axe body spray when you need it?
Hey man.
Clemente lives on the East Coast, by the
You
way.
know that reference, Pio? You never went to you were never in middle school and everyone had chocolate Axe body spray? You didn't have that?
Chocolate?
You don't know that? Yeah, it's like a whole meme. You
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
know about that?
that's a very much so a thing.
You were in middle school in 2015, so
It's so funny that, yeah, you're right. I forgot. You were in middle school and Nike was founded. I forget.
I was in middle school and basically in 1997 or before that. Damn, probably 95.
Yeah.
Blade said weird flex to draw the line at a gravity bong. Very funny stuff. We're going to
No, not a flex.
televise.
Not a flex. Just trauma. It's just trauma.
We're going to
When was the last time
televise.
you took that gravity bong hit. When did that go down? How old?
That was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Wow.
Test tube set. Ted said Jonah's either 16
Yeah, that's
or
a good
48.
one. That's true. That's facts. I'm Benjamin Button. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
much.
Well, look, we did a real Twitter space today where people were yelling at each other angry, which is very common in the NFT Twitter world, Nick.
I just want to get resolution here with the Illa producer situation. I just want to make sure, Jonah, have you guys resolved that side of things, or is there an open beef loop going on with Illa? at this point?
No. He's made it. You know, first of all, what irritates me is that I actually respected him prior to this. All he had to do was be like, "Yo, I had no idea my B." You know, that's it. Instead, he turned it into a thing where he made it clear that he thought that I wasn't honest and didn't have these receipts. That's all I care about is just like integrity. That's it. Like if he's like, yo, my bad, I didn't know, like we're good. It's just like it, I don't fuck with lying. It's just not my thing. So I make a point about it. And if people think that it's a bitch move that I made it clear that he lied or that he was a double crosser on the timeline, then so be it. There's a lot of people who don't like me, get in line.
I mean, damn. So shots fired. Jonah out here saying Illa you ain't never produced shit.
I didn't say that.
Well,
I
he's
didn't
a-
say that.
Jonah, are you
He
really
absolutely
suggesting
produced
that he's
shit.
not actually an
he
extremely
absolutely-
successful music producer, Jonah?
Yeah, I never said that. He absolutely has I would never disrespect his career because that's a little low. He has a fantastic career. That can't be denied. He is very well known in his space, and I would never take that away from him. It's this specific situation.
Jonah, are you going to squash this? Are you going to find a resolution with Ella?
Yeah, if he's like, yo, my bad, didn't understand the situation,
expect an
and I got
apology?
involved. I mean, he's headstrong like me, so I'd say 30% chance.
Well,
But,
I
but
mean,
like, if he does, we'll squash the beef and it's over, and that's it.
If you guys see each other face to face, you think there may be a little bit of physical.
But people think just because I'm Benjamin Button that I'm somehow like scared and won't act the same way in person. They don't know me. I grew up in South Florida. It does not bother me that people are like twice my size. I don't care.
I'm from the swamp. That's what
Like whatever you hear me say here, I'm gonna say it in person. It really doesn't bother me.
Damn.
We'll keep the same energy in person, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like we'll have to mediate a discussion between Jonah and Illa. Illa, by the way, friend of the show, and in real life, pal, whenever we see him, a great guy, in my opinion. I also want to make sure everybody in the audience knows, because a lot of times when you listen to this show, people get confused. Even though there's multiple voices coming out of my profile picture on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, I am not all 7 people. I just want to make sure everybody understands I'm one person and there were different people speaking, okay? Because people get very confused.
Whatever. There's 2 people that sent you a message, and they suddenly represent everybody. Easy. My question for you: have you squashed your beef with Jonah?
No.
It's over. It's never been more over than it is today.
Well, it feels like my comment on Easy brought up some beef, so we got an open beef loop that got started.
Yeah, if anything, Nick, I think it's you and Easy that have beef.
Well, I did feel that way, and I look. I just want to. Can we squash it, Easy?
No.
Easy just wants to be able to talk and express his feelings and opinions without you jumping on top of his feelings and opinions.
Easy already griefed me at Nifty Island. He hit me with this freaking torpedo every time from my spawn base.
I just feel jealousy, basically, is what I'm
experiencing. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
And when you get allow list, you get access to things that you don't share with your brethren. That it feels like I'm on an island sometimes, Easy. And that, it feels difficult because I feel alone when you get on an allow list, when you end up getting a partnership that you're an official spokesperson of the company and BoDoggo's. And when you get these partnerships and don't share it with me, it makes me feel alone. It makes me feel like I was excluded. It brings back some of the feelings from when I was a child being bullied on the playground. Okay. And dude, I don't appreciate that you said that about my nose. Dude, I don't appreciate that you said that you said I'm short, and those sorts of things.
Don't worry, Nick. I'm also short. Welcome.
You don't have as big of a nose though, dude. So I'm gonna say, some of those things, it hurts when you do that.
You just get more oxygen.
We're getting somewhere here, Nick. Let's just get a little deep here. So first of all, Easy had to sign an NDA, and that's you know what an NDA is, and so maybe he respects you and the company so much that he didn't want to violate that NDA, even if it meant not telling you ahead of time. He told nobody other than his dog, who can't communicate in English, so he can't leak it, right? So maybe he was respecting the business so much by not disclosing it. And also, what if you get on an allow list and Easy doesn't? How do you think Easy will react in that kind of situation?
Well, there's no world that would happen because I don't get added to allow list. So we don't even need to speculate about that.
I have one question. Was there any sexual abuse between Nick and Easy?
Jesus Christ.
Who was doing the abusing?
No.
That's a hard joke. That's
a little
the sex abuse.
I like that joke. I'm standing by the joke. I thought it was funny. Other people thought it was funny too. Deal with it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a funny joke. Deal with it. Deal with it. Anyway,
people thought it was funny. Who were the other people?
I know there's
in the joke. 5 seconds after the joke, he's like, other people were on board with it. I screamed the joke ahead of time. Other people laughed. Okay, it's a funny joke.
Deal with it. It was funny. People in the audience. It was funny. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, if you approved of that joke, let me know. If you didn't approve of the joke, let me know too. I'd like to calibrate.
Someone made a good joke. They said, "Why is Kicks dressed up like Jonah's drug dealer?" That's a good joke.
I'm just exploring
that was a
new
good one.
NFT
Whoever
paradigm.
said that, was good.
The funniest thing is one person said, "What did I miss?" And I feel like that actually is an appropriate comment for today's show because like this is an action-packed one. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the show is brought to you by SHRAPNEL. SHRAPNEL, the action-packed first-person shooter extraction-based game coming to a blockchain near you. If you didn't know, they've announced STX 1.0, which are the SHRAPNEL testing exercises. Anyone that has an extraction pack can participate in these early access test sessions, win exclusive gear, and depending on how well they do, even win cash prizes. We're also giving away a Shrapnel operator in honor of today's show, which is currently worth more than $500 right now on Twitter. All you need to do is like the tweet, follow Shrapnel, and comment a picture of your favorite NFT to enter. We'll pick the winner in 24 hours. Hope you enjoyed the show, ladies and gentlemen. We do the show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, available on whatever platform you go on, Twitter Spaces, audio podcasts on Apple and Spotify podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, YouTube if you want to actually watch the video stream. We appreciate Jonah coming on video today. Thank you, Jonah. Very interesting show. We saw a different side of Bunny. Didn't know Bunny had the street side in him. Ladies and gentlemen, Bunny was a high school wrestler. Wrestling is the best base for mixed martial arts. I saw people commenting on Bunny's ability to take care of physical altercations. He's a wrestler, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Incredibly flexible. The thing I was going to say is he also is from New Jersey, Pio. So not only is he willing to take it to the streets, he'll even bury you in a ditch, dude. So that's the thing that's gonna that's the New Jersey style, man. You don't want to come across Bunny. He'll stay funny until you say something funny, you know. And
yeah. And Pio, if I can just be a little vulnerable right now, my anxiety is through the roof right now. I never felt this way at the end of a show. Like I had to go like decompress or something.
Are you okay? Man. I feel it's scary that I feel completely fine. Is that weird that I just am totally normal right now?
Sorry, what is your anxiety over?
I don't know. I just felt like, I've been on a rocket ship over the past 20, 25 minutes.
He's just coming down.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll figure. I got some self remedies.
You were afraid that you were about to catch a stray fist in the fights that were going down there?
I don't know. Maybe some flashbacks of previous traumas. I don't know. But man,
it also wasn't clear that Easy was okay and that we had resolved things. By the way, like
it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm not picking up that energy level right now.
Half Basic pointed out that if you live in New York, this is very normal. Maybe it's just the New York and me coming out, the East Coast. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be more beef. I'm totally feeling fine with this episode, so whatever. Anyway. Nick?
I feel a little bit of it as well. I mean, I showed up with vulnerability and open arms to Easy to apologize, and he hit me back with a closed off, I ain't having it sort of thing. So I feel a little bit of the anxiety that Kicks is talking about here. There is a little bit of uncomfortability. I feel like I stepped across the line at some point during the show, and then I crossed that line, and then I feel like what happened after that was I tried to rectify it through vulnerability and it didn't resolve it. And Easy is still harboring some resentments against me. And I don't know how we're going to resolve this. It feels like maybe he's just going to need to get a fat ass check once again to
it's okay. You can't really blame us.
Nick finishes it with another joke.
Hey, Nick, one of us has got to bring the money into the business, so I'm just doing my part here, man. That's it. I'm just, carrying the boats.
I love how people think that we're going to delete this episode. No way. This was
I don't
too
know.
fun.
Like, I think the episode was fine. In fact, I mean, I spent a lot of time in New York. This is pretty normal. I'm like, I don't know why are people like that sensitive. I thought it was fun.
Well, Jonah, it did seem like you're very used to just yelling at people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap. And we're going to wrap since, look, this is a great time for me. I like my kind of deep cut hip hop. I think that's just going to be appropriate given the amount of beef in this episode. So we're just going to go.